I'll teach you how to go ahead and build out this automation that will help you with rescheduling an event with a client in case something comes up on your side and you need to go ahead and cancel it. So let me give you a demonstration of how it works. So you go ahead, submit the form right here. Now on this side, I have test event. So there's a sales call with K right there. There's the email of the person. So go back right in there. Here on the schedule form, go and put in their name. So I'm going to say K and then their email, which has to be the one you have there as the guest on your calendar, gmail.com. Submit it. And then it goes ahead, checks if you have events. First of all, check if there's an event with that email. And when you check in the Google Calendar, you'll see it removed that and then it emailed the person. And you'll see that it sent them this email. Hi Kay, I wanted to let you know that that has been canceled. And then you can attach the booking calendar there so that they can pick another day to schedule a call with you. This way you don't automatically need to go ahead and grab their email, then write the email to send to them, which would take way too long. You can just go ahead, put in their email, check for the event, remove that event so it's cleared up, and then send the email to them. That's exactly what I'm going to show you how to build. So without further delay, let me go ahead and show you. Alright, so before all of that, of course, I'm going to add some test data once again. So let's go ahead and say appointment with K. So right here, then add the guest, add their Gmail right there. So add it, save right there, don't send. So save. Now I have that saved right there. We'll be using that as test data. Now that we're here, we'll go ahead and rename that rescheduling automation. Let's go ahead and now, first of all, you want to go ahead and you want to put down the form right here. So add a form and now name the form whatever you want to go ahead and name it. Let me say reschedule client, add in the description. All right, now that we've put in the description, you go ahead and in the form elements type in client name, leave that as a text input here, add attributes and click required field, toggle that on, add another form element there. Now client email this time, and here where it says element type, click email right there, add attributes required field and toggle that on. Now respond when form submitted. You don't want to do that. You want to respond when the workflow is finished so that you know it has successfully done that. So right there over there. Now you want to go ahead, type in Google Calendar, get that, and then get many events. Now you want to go ahead, select the calendar, select yours, so mine right there, return all right there. So now, and here where it says now dot plus here, that's not what you want. So go right inside of there. So you want to type in end of, and then in here, day right there, dot to ISO right here. So that's what you want right there. And now you will specifically make sure that you get the event of that day right there. So you want to go ahead, grab that to get many events. And also you want to make sure that you toggle on always output data. So that way, even if there are no events scheduled for today, it still outputs. Then you want to type in if. This if node specifically will check if there are events in that day or if there are no events on that specific day. So you want to go ahead, type if, check if there are events. Now here you want to specifically come here, do this JSON.id, and you want to say here it's not empty. That's all you want to do for that one. So when it is empty, it will go to false, and if it's not empty, it'll go to true. Here where it says false, type in form again, and then you want to add form ending, and you type in there are no events scheduled for today. Now I'll tell you that there are no events that are scheduled for today. And this one you want to go ahead and once again type in if. This time you want to check if there is an event with the email of the client whose event you want to cancel. So check for client email. Then over here you want to go ahead, JSON.attendees, and then right here over here with the string you want to say contains, and here you are going to check if it contains the client's email. So right now we can't really grab that, so you want to go ahead, do this $, no, not $, yes, $. Then here where it says on form submission, you want to do that, type item, then type in JSON, then add a bracket, add that over there, and then you want to type in client email. this right here specifically needs to match how it's stored inside of here, which is client email like that. The label needs to be like the label. Now to just go ahead and check if there's anything, execute the workflow. I will put in their name. So K, put in the email 2012@gmail.com. Submit that. It'll go ahead, it'll run everything. And now you'll see we run into an error, which is all right. Now that means I didn't put everything correctly right there. So that's not a problem at all. So you want to go ahead, go down on form submission. You want to go where it says client email, drag that all the way in there. And it seems that all I did incorrect was add like the rounded brackets instead of the squarish ones. Contains right here, and you want to go ahead and say convert types are required, toggle that on. Now that it's toggled on, it'll check. So if there are events with that client email scheduled for the day, I'll go ahead and I'll go to true. But if there are none, then you want to go ahead, type in form once again, form ending, and you want to do the same thing here. No events found. Then you want to type in there are no events for this email. Now make that an expression, go in there and drag the client email there so that if there are no events scheduled with that email, it'll tell you that there are none. But if there are, you want to go ahead and now type in the set field here. Now you want to go ahead and grab the information that the Google Calendar node grabs there. So change that, grab event info. So obviously you'll want to go ahead and grab the client underscore name. You want to grab the client email. You want to grab the name of the event as well, event name. And you want to grab the event ID, because we'll use this to identify which ID is going to be deleted. All right, so we have all of that. Now you want to go ahead, we already have data, so pin that there. That way you don't need to keep filling in the form over and over again. You can just execute the workflow. And now it's gotten this far. So we're going to go ahead down here where it says check for client email, appointment with K. As you can see, there is the name of the thingy. There is the name of the event. So the event name here, so you'll grab the summary, drag that all the way in there. Client email, that you want to go ahead and you want to drag it all the way from the client email, drag that right in there, and then the client name, drag that at the client name as well. And then the event ID, you want to then go ahead and drag the ID from get many events right there. So there you go. Now you have the event ID and all of that information. Now that you have everything sorted out, you want to go ahead, type in Google and then calendar once again. And now this node, delete an event, because we want to now go ahead and we want to remove that event that we have scheduled in there. So pick your Gmail, whatever. And then you want to now drag in the event ID so it identifies which one it needs to go ahead and delete. And after it deleted an event, you want to now go ahead, add the Gmail node, because you want to email them now. So send an email. Here where it says to, go all the way down to grab event info. So you want to go ahead, client email, drag that to the to. And here where it says subject, you can just add your own one. So your event has been cancelled. Your event has been cancelled. Your event has been cancelled. I'm going to leave it like that. The email type, turn that to text. And now if you want to go ahead and you want to personalize the message, so hey, and then you want to drag in the client name there. That way it's different for each person. Hey, and then you want to type in your email that you typically write in. And here is where it says link. That's where you'll add your link, of course, inside of the email. And here you want to specify which event you're talking about so it feels more personal. So I'm going to drag in the event name, put it in that round bracket so that they can see what you're talking about. And you have the link also right there. So now that's pretty much everything almost set up. I want to go ahead, click append n8n attribution, toggle that off. Send a name. You want to put in your own name right there. Now if you don't do that, it'll just send your email instead. And that is everything that you need to do there. So then now go ahead and check if you have any events for the day. If you do, it'll grab all of the information, delete that event, and then it will email the person whose event you just canceled so that they can go ahead and reschedule for another day. So once again, let me show you Google Calendar. We have that appointment set up right there. And now we have that email also pinned right there. So you can go ahead, execute the workflow so you can see it works. It deletes the event and it goes ahead and it emails them and it successfully worked. So check inside of Google Calendar, it has successfully been deleted right there. Now go to our Gmail, and as you can see, the email has been sent to them. AK, I've canceled your event, and then the name of what the appointment was on my side due to some unexpected changes in my day. I hope you can understand. Therefore, you can go ahead and reschedule the call at this link below. Then you add the link where they can go ahead and book the call again. And that's basically how you go ahead and do it. That's all you need to do. Now keep in mind, if I didn't say this already in the first part of the video, I will have this workflow down below in the description so you can just go ahead and grab it yourself instead of building it out. That brings us to the end of this video.